Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content.
Hey. Here's HQ, and HQ is in the house. Today, we have on the thumbnail, the lazy people get food stamp. This is a controversial subject right here. And it's a lot of people who are upset, who are going to be upset in 4 more days. But hopefully they gave them a much needed advanced warning. I don't know how it's going to work itself out. We don't know what people are going to do. We don't know how people are going to respond to this food bank not having money at the hand on a card, right? See, the problem I have is this. Every country is judged by how it treats its weakest people. How it treats its weakest people. The poor, the elderly, the disabled. These people are often below poverty lines. And nobody really pays attention to these people that are on the food stamps and the welfare and all of this kind of stuff. Right? And people think because these people are on food stamps and get free stuff, that they are lazy and neglectful and didn't manage their money, didn't manage their body so they wouldn't get pregnant, But it's people that are disabled, the elderly, have illnesses, systematic illnesses, chronic illnesses, or all kinds of things that put them on the path to having food stamps. So when a nation says that they don't want to feed these people just so they can have the bare minimum of living with dignity, the moral test, they are failing a moral test here. Okay, because I believe that you are only as strong as your weakest link. Okay, so feeding the hungry and the protecting the weak and the elderly and the veterans and all that, it's not about charity. It's about justice, compassion, and humanity. There's an ethical responsibility of shared resources, a moral thing that we need to, as a country, it's a responsibility. And people say, well, I don't want to take care of people who are lazy. There's 42 million people that are going to lose their SNAP benefits on the 1st. 42 million. We don't even know what that looks like. 42 people that are going to not have Thanksgiving. 42 million people who are going to be out in the cold trying to feed families. 39% of those people, 39% of that 42 million are primarily children. 32 million are children. 42 million are going to go hungry, but 39 million are children. 39 million, I'm sorry. Okay. And the whole point is that some of our taxes are collected to help the most vulnerable in our population. That's what some of our taxes go for. Okay. We are already paying for these people who cannot pay for themselves. So when I hear people say they don't want to pay for it, they don't want to share the money, they lazy, or I hear lawmakers saying, get off your ass and find a job. What they're basically saying is their comfort or their comfort matters more than another person's survival. Your comfort, your well-being is more important than somebody even actually eating, somebody surviving. 39% of people that are on food stamps are children. When someone says they lazy and I don't want to help, that tells me you there's a moral decay inside of you with a loss of empathy for another human being. It don't cost you no more or less. You don't know the difference between helping somebody pay for food and not helping somebody pay for food. Okay? Morality demands that those who have more help those who have less. That's what a moral person would do. That's what a Christian person would do. Okay? But the thing is, we have a hypocrisy in this. We have a hypocrisy problem in this society because many people and politicians claim to be guided by faith, guided by family values, guided by patriotism, yet they turn their backs on the hungry, the sick, the elderly, the veterans, all of those. That's a hell of a contradiction, right? Whether from a Christian, and a lot of y'all say y'all Christians, from a humanitarian or a civic standpoint, morality is not measured by what we say we believe, but how we treat people who can give us nothing. How you treat people who can't do nothing for you. That shows your character. So when society begins to see the poor or disabled or the handicapped or the elderly as burden rather than human beings, it's no longer a moral issue. It's transactional, and that's a cold thing. When the moral duty to feed and care for your homeless breaks down, our society begins to rot, and it's no longer any good. It creates a society where people stop seeing other people as human beings and start seeing them as competitors or shiftless or lazy. That's not morality. That's a moral bankruptcy on people's parts. Feeding and protecting the poor isn't just kindness, it's preserving the soul of this nation. So I looked at it. I started to look at it. I said, Trump gave $40 billion. He gave $40 billion to Argentina alone. He gave them $40 billion. So why did they give them a bailout and decide that they would not help their own people? Okay? Because we know that they have money. We know that they have money. It's called the reserve fund in the government. It's called the reserve fund. Okay? And this reserve fund is a contingency fund put to the side on every administration, and it was established by Congress to provide emergency or additional funding when the normal appropriation of food stamps falls short or it happens during a government shutdown. This was specifically put into place for when there is a government shutdown. It's a multi-year contingency fund for SNAP. These are meant to be used when the regular food stamps can't work. It's not for everyday benefits in normal times, but rather during emergencies. It's called the contingency fund for SNAP benefits. Okay. So right now, I think it's ran. United States Department of Agriculture is the one who issues food stamps. But see, here's the thing. According to some, the Trump administration called these people and told them not to give food stamps out, not to give the emergency food stamps out. It's a memo that says, this memo says it will not use the emergency funds for November food benefits. Hello. Hey. They will not be using that fund for emergency benefits. That's what they said. They don't care. They received a call from the Trump administration. The people who give these funds out received a call from the Trump administration, and they told them not to give the funds out.
As we are shut down, we are cutting SNAP because the administration had decided not to spend the reserves at the USDA in November and to deny people their benefits. So we have the money. We don't have to do any fancy, complicated thing that we can't do during a shutdown. There's $5 billion there in reserves. In case you haven't heard, we had $20 billion to give to Argentina, and we're building a new ballroom on the White House. So we seem to have plenty of money.
They seem to have plenty of money. Of course they have plenty of money. They've always had plenty of money. This is not about giving us food stamps. This is not about Democrat or Republican. This is about Donald Trump trying to get one over on the Democrats, or hating the Democrats enough where he will make the rest of these people suffer. This is the memo that I have. The memo. Here's the memo. I don't know whether you can see it or you can't see it. I'm going to get to this part right here where you can't see it. Doggone it. I wish I would have made it bigger. Okay. Made it bigger. But right here at the top, if not for congressional Democrats blocking government funding, November SNAP benefits would be paid on time. This is the, This is the memo that was sent out to the people who issue that contingency fund, because the Democrats won't come to the table, or they have come to the table. They just, the Republicans just don't want to do anything because they have not come to the table. They're trying to blame it all on the Democrats. But even if you wanted to blame it on the Democrats, just for example, say the Democrats said, we ain't doing nothing. You still have this contingency fund. That helps you pay food stamps in case of an emergency. That was the only program that was stopped. That program was the only program that was stopped. Okay? This is a man-made disaster. Okay? This is a man-made disaster. Now, let me show you some of the videos. I got to show you the videos. Some of the videos. Just listen up. Listen to some of
what everyone is thinking. I don't care that you're losing your food stamps. I don't care that you're losing your free medical. I don't care that you are losing your free housing. Now y'all are just getting a taste of what every other person is going through. I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you. I'm gonna give...
My food stamps went from $4,400 in food stamps every month to $38 What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids?
We're gonna be eating chili cheese dogs for Thanksgiving if we don't get food stamps this come November. 911 sent help for all of us.
I think a lot of people that are posting videos about losing their EBT or SNAP benefits are trying to get everybody else to feel bad. But honestly, all you guys are doing is just demonstrating why we need cuts to these programs, why we need work requirements or community service requirements to receive them, and how many people are really abusing the system. All you're
threatening to loot. Have you guys seen the genius videos yet of all the people who are threatening to loot stores if they don't receive their EBT benefits?
We have another Real Housewife of EBT. Check this out. Tell me what you think.
The truth is, y'all hating on me because I live rent-free and I can afford the luxuries that y'all dream about for me and my kids. I'm going to continue to buy my luxury bags while the government pay my rent. I'm going to continue to go on trips and do the things that me and my kids love to do while y'all struggle to pay for a grocery bill and I'm swiping my EBT card.
This right here, public assistance and public stupidity.
People that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What did you do? Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage? By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November. Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal. I know a lot of food pantries hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving. All the sides and trimmings too. Lots of food pantries. You better figure it out. I'm sick of hearing you complain, honestly. You ever have this as a meal? I'm eating peanut butter and butter on toast. It's absolutely delicious. You should try it. And not for
Jelly and toast. Jelly and butter is better. And I love to eat that. But here's the thing. Coupe de contraire. Coupe. Elderly, disabled, handicapped, veterans. Some of them can't get no jobs. Some of them can't get no jobs. It's easy for people to run out and say, get a job. We are at record capacity for hiring. Everybody who can get a job has gotten a job. Now they're being picky with who they give jobs to. We're at capacity for jobs. It's easy to say, why does China own? Because JD Vance has stake in that Chinese company and they're buying up farmland in the United States. Why don't you ask JD Vance, who has a stake in those companies that are buying up the farms?
For nothing. I saw this woman that said she was getting $1,100 a month in food stamps. Do you know how long I can make $1,100 in food stamps last in this house? There's two of us, but I do have my son over every once in a while or my daughters over once in a while to eat. I feed them too, and we always got food in our house, no matter what. I would take a third job. I have 2 jobs. I would take a third job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids?
Give us our food stamps! 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 Give us our food stamps!
You could always tell the food stamp people when you're at the grocery store and they got a full cart of anything they want. But us Monday to Friday, 9 to 5ers, 40, 50, 60 hour a week people, we only grab what we actually really need for that week.
Hi Tim, I wanted to make a reply to your video because as someone who is disabled myself and is one of those food stamp people that you talk about in your video, I just wanted to let you know that first off, sorry Tim, but I actually do live in the real world just the same as you. I may not live in your world of working full time, but I do live in the real world just the same as you. And you also say that people on food stamps are able to buy whatever we want. And I just wanted to let you know that is actually not true. While yes, we may be able to buy a lot of things with our food stamps, no, we are not able to just buy whatever we want. So maybe before you actually try to make a video to try to shame the disabled, the elderly, low-income individuals, families, and their children for wanting to eat, maybe you should actually do your research on why people are on food stamps to begin with before you try to shame them in saying that we don't live in the same real world that you do. Have a good day, Tim.
So just because I don't want to work 20 hours a week, which is crazy. Can you imagine having to work 20 hours a week? So I don't want to work. You take all of my benefits away. The benefits that you have allowed.
Oh yeah, I have a problem with people like this too. I definitely had a problem with people like this too. If you're able-bodied to work, I get it. Stop having babies, buckle down, do what you got to do so that you can take care of your family. I have a problem with people like this, of course. And I agree with you 100%, Ryan. You better start doing something. Even the people who got money better start doing something.
Need to use for 13 years with no warning at all. The government has enabled this behavior for 13 years to where I have not had to work a day in my life. 13 years of almost $10,000 a month. And
because she sleeping around and ain't taking care of the goddamn her birth control. What the hell is wrong with these people in 2025 don't know what the hell birth control is? I don't understand.
Government aid. And now, because you signed some stupid bill that says I have to work if I want to get food stamps, and because I don't want to, you take it all away, no warning. How am I supposed to feed my 6 kids? How am I supposed to support my 6 kids? How am I supposed to pay rent? How am I supposed to get my nails done? How am I supposed to go drive down to the corner store when I have no money for gas? And you want me to go get a job, but you don't want to give me gas money? This is how the real world works? At 35 years old, now you decide you want to take it away?
I posted about white folks on food stamps, and one thing I kept seeing was that welfare was created for white people. I knew that it was created during the New Deal, so I did some more research because I didn't really know the whole story, and I thank you guys for responding and helping me learn stuff. So during the Great Depression is when we saw the beginning of things like Social Security, unemployment insurance. But here's the kicker. When Franklin Roosevelt built those programs, he had to make deals with Southern Democrats in Congress, the same folks who were big fans of Jim Crow, to get the support of these racist white Southern politicians.
Oh, there's plenty of them, Ryan. There's plenty of them.
The programs were designed to exclude farm workers, domestic workers, jobs held overwhelmingly by Black, Latino, and Indigenous people. So right from the start, Black and brown families were pushed out of benefits so that white people could get them.
Right.
Then we move forward to the 1960s, and there's this war on poverty. It finally opened up welfare programs more broadly, and that's when food stamps became permanent. Well, permanent, we don't know what Trump's going to do to them, but they lasted a long time. And guess what? The minute more Black and brown families started accessing this help, the politics shifted. Welfare got a new image and a new target. By the 1980s and 90s, with Ronald Reagan and his gang, they pushed the welfare queen myth. That's a racist dog whistle meant to turn public opinion against safety nets by blaming Black women for poverty that white policies created. That's the truth, you guys. So yes, welfare was built for white people, and when others finally got in the door, they tried to burn the house down. If you want to blame the right people, you got to get curious.
Too many privileged white people are
They cut fucking food stamps because they said, people can just go to food banks. That was their plan. That was their goddamn solution to hunger in America. And then those same people turned around and cut $500 million in funding to those same fucking food banks. $500 million gone just like that. How fucking sick is that? This isn't just some policy disagreement. This is cruelty. Straight up, calculated, disgusting cruelty.
Right.
People are going to go hungry. Kids, seniors, working families, people already hanging on by a thread, all because some rich assholes in suits think they're too good to care. And here's the thing, like it or not, there will always be people in our society who need help. That's not a failure, that's just reality.
And the thing is, we have these safety net. We pay out of our pocket for these things. Hey, Jess. Hey, Natural. We pay out of our pocket for these things. We pay maybe $2, $2 here or there for these safety nets, right? They're there. You pay for it because it's a contract that we have for living in this society. This society says we help pay for the people that are less fortunate than we are. And we pay for it just in case we need it. Once in a while, we may need it. Some of us may not need it, but sooner or later, some of us may need it. That's the whole point of you paying into it. So if you need it, it shouldn't be a problem to get it. That's the point.
And it's fucking okay. Not everyone can work. Not everyone has family to fall back on. Not everyone gets a fair shot. That's why safety nets exist. That's why we're supposed to give a shit about each other.
That's what he said. That's the whole point. Some of us don't get a fair shot. Some people don't. If I'm born blind and I can't work, how am I going to make money? Or any number of things that could be wrong. That's the whole point of the safety net for people who may need it. The rest of us who can work, who are able-bodied, have to take care of our less fortunate than us. That's the whole point. That's the contract teacher. When you're born into this country and you want to live into this country, you make a social contract with your country to pay those particular taxes. It's called FICA. It's called FICA. It's on your check. FICA. That's the money that goes to these social programs because everybody has to pay into it. Just in case you get sick, you get old, whatever, it's there for you too. Okay?
But instead, the people in charge, the Schumers, the Cruzes, all of them, they gut programs people rely on, then they pat themselves on the back for being fiscally responsible. Like starving your own citizens is some kind of budget win? Fuck that. We are the richest country on earth. If we can fund wars, bail out banks, and give billionaires tax breaks, then we can damn well feed people. This system is broken. It's
right.
Mean. And it's designed to stay that way unless we call this shit out every single time. So
right.
Keep the receipts and don't let these assholes pretend this is anything but what it is. An attack on people who need help.
Try to appeal to the humanity in a fellow American, but I realize y'all just don't care. So let me break it down for you. There's 3 groups of people that will not be affected by the suspension of SNAP benefit. The president, Congress, and the 1%. Everyone else is about to feel the heat of this. Want to know why? 2024, $100 billion was spent in what? Food stamp benefit. That's grocery stores, supply chain, truck drivers, and then the truck drivers need fuel, so gas stations, I can keep going. But I'm sure you don't care, because you probably don't work for one of those groups. Well, guess what? Your little groceries, they're going to go up. So, happy defending.
No more EBT. So all these kids are going to be going hungry. The elderly that has to depend on those nutrition drinks like the insurance and stuff like that because they probably have some sort of disease like cancer or some sort of illness in that. They're probably going to lose their life because they can't afford their insurance. The little $15 they get a month for food stamps, they can't even get that and buy their insurance. So, but yeah, let's just laugh about it. Let's just laugh about people starving to death. Because that's funny because we're worried about what goes on in someone else's household instead of worrying about our own. Y'all should be ashamed.
You see videos of people saying what would happen if the power grid shut down. Well, you're about to see it in November, just with food. They're going to have lights, but you're going to see it with food. When they cut off 41 million people's SNAP benefits, give it about 3 days to a week, and you're going to see what people do when they're hungry.
and have no way to buy food. They're going to go in stores and take it. They have to survive. So people are going to do whatever necessary to feed their children and themselves. You cut them off, they have no means to buy it. What else are they going to do? They can't live a month without eating. So their next option is save themselves. You're going to see mass chaos in November of people trying to eat to survive. You call it one thing, they call it surviving. Watch what's going to happen in November when they cut the bill.
No, here's what's happening on the shutdown.
You all pay special attention to what Donald Trump says right here. Pay close attention to what he says right here. This will tell you everything you need to know about who is the person that the burden is on. The person who did this. Right here. Listen.
Honestly, can I put it in plain words for you? And you're a smart guy, so you'll understand, but a lot of people don't. The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen. And
that we wanted to close up, that we never wanted to happen. They're going to close programs that the Democrats started. Democrats started the food stamp, Social Security. We're going to close, and Medicaid. We're going to close up those programs because we never wanted them. Listen to what he's saying. He's saying they're doing it deliberately, which is what I said before. They're doing it. The Republicans can open up the government if they want to. They can give people food stamps if they want to. They don't want to. They want to see anything to do with the people to fail, because the Democrats is the one that normally helps the people with food stamps, SNAP, Social Security. They want those programs out of there to get rid of them. That's why they tried to get rid of them with the big beautiful bill. So this is just the same thing. That's why they're not doing it.
now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back. The Democrats are getting killed. And we're going to have a list of them on Friday, closing up some of the most egregious, socialist, semi-communist, probably not full
egregious socialist communist party programs. Y'all need to put your thinking caps on sometime. Some of y'all just be talking. He ain't just talking about food stamps. They cut Medicaid too. He's talking about cutting Medicaid. He's talking about cutting Social Security. Y'all need to put your thinking caps on. He didn't say that. He didn't say he was going to cut those programs. He don't have to say it. He's saying programs that the Democrats start. Man, come on, get in the game, some of y'all.
Communists, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs, and we're closing them up.
Semi-communist programs, XXX Joe. I can't make you put a thinking cap on. I can't make you think. What is he talking about? He said program. Yeah, okay. Okay. Y'all so smart.
We're not.
He can eliminate, or he can release the food stamp, the contingency, the kiddie food stamp. He can release the kiddie food stamps in the kitty. There's food stamps in the kitty. There's food stamps in the reserve. The Trump administration called up the USDA and told them not to release them. Come on, get into the game. He told them not to release the food stamps, the contingency food stamps. Get into the game,
that are
y'all.
Democrat programs that we were opposed to.
Democrat programs, not program, not singular, plural. Bullshit. I just showed y'all the damn email. Wow. Wow.
So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are
closing up programs. Listen closely. Closing up programs. Not one program, several programs.
Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen.
That we wanted to close up or the ones that we never wanted to happen. Boy. Wow.
And now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back. The Democrats are getting killed. And we're going to have a list of them on Friday closing.
He means Medicaid, Medicare, Obamacare, and food stamps. Those are the programs that he means. What other Democratic programs would he be talking about? Please put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat, since there's geniuses in the chat that say he didn't say programs. Put in the chat which ones are Democratic programs that he's talking about closing. Wow. Those weren't Democratic programs. Medical is not Democratic programs. That's everybody's program. Just goofy. Just goofy, boy.
Up some of the most egregious socialist, semi-communist, probably not full communist, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs, and we're closing them up.
What is he talking about? Somebody please put it in the chat. What is he talking about? What programs is he talking about closing that are Democratic programs? I only know of a couple. I only know of the Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, Section 8, Social Security. Them the only ones I know. Which ones y'all know? Y'all know some more? He said program. He said S as in plural, not S as in just food stamps.
We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they work. So the Democrats.
We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they're going to work. So that means you're closing up all the Democratic programs. So somebody please explain to me, goofies in the chat that know more than what I'm telling them. Tell me what programs is he talking about closing that are Democratic programs? Please explain.
Democrats are getting killed, but they're not telling the people about that. I say it, nobody, well, I haven't said it probably as bluntly as I just said it, but so we are closing up Democrat programs that we think that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again. Thank you very much.
Is there a point where you would reach out? Children going hungry while Trump builds a $300 million ballroom. Welcome to America, folks. Okay, so the USDA just announced that thanks to the Trump administration and the government shutdown, there will be no food assistance given to any Americans for November 1st. That's right. The food program that helps 1 in 8 Americans put food on the table is just going to vanish. Millions of families will literally go without food. But hey, I don't want you to lose any sleep, because at least the president is building a $300 million ballroom at the White House so that rich and powerful people have a nice place to party, right? You can sleep comfortably knowing that. Now, here's the kicker. The government has $5 billion in funds that they could use as a contingency to keep the SNAP program going in November. They could use that money, but they don't want to use it. They're saying that money is for disaster relief. Baby, ain't starving millions of Americans a disaster? But to them, it's not their problem. So what's their response? Blame the Democrats, of course, and then basically tell you tough luck on feeding your family. Wake up, y'all. See, Republicans have already taken your jobs, your health insurance, your children's education. Now they're taking your food assistance. How much you gotta lose before you realize what's really happening? See, here's the truth. Your government is willing to starve you so rich people can keep their tax cuts and live in luxury.
You hear that? Your government is willing to starve 42 million of y'all. Your government is willing to starve 42 million people in order for the rich people to keep getting their taxes, to get their money. And you all voted for this. You maggots, you voted for this. You voted to feed the rich people instead of helping your fellow regular, ordinary citizen. You felt it was more important to give the rich their tax cuts. Wow.
So what do you do during this time? You're going to have to check your local food banks. Create co-ops or get in on co-ops. Grow your own food. Because clearly, leaders in America don't care if you or your kids actually eat. You tired of winning yet?
I don't really like the way people are responding to the news of the food stamps possibly being cut. I don't like how people are telling other people to get a job. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. Like, congratulations. Congratulations. You have a job. You have made it in life. You are successful. You did what you have to do in school. You graduated, and now you are getting paid a high-paying job. Congratulations to you, but not everybody is as fortunate as you are. You can't sit here telling people, go get a job, go work, go do this. You know, like, some people don't have it as easy. Some people don't have it as fortunate. You got mothers right now that have no help, that have nobody that can help them. They need the food stamps to feed kids. Like, there's people that need these food stamps. You can't just sit there and tell people, go get a job. There's more people in the world right now than there are most jobs. Like, jobs are not even hiring like that. And when they do, they're not paying like that. You got people who done ran through the system. Like, you got people who are on disability. You got people who need the food stamps. Don't tell them, oh, it's their fault because of the choices they made in life. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves a chance at a good life. Just because you made it in life and did what you had to do, don't mean other people don't deserve a shot. Like, you need to understand that this is important and this is a serious matter. Like, I hate when I see people say, oh, go get a job, stop relying on the government. Like, no, they need this help. Like, there are some people that really need this. It's a serious.
The number of black men rejoicing about black children going hungry is alarming. One guy even said, now that's going to force women to have to talk to us. That's the only way y'all getting some play, is if people are starving. But because they opened that door, now the Karens have joined the chat.
That's wild to me that people are rejoicing.
Y'all get on my nerves.
But I'm like, you would think that white people would be like, well, hey, we're getting killed and brutalized by police at crazy numbers. But they don't care. They don't care. What if you bring up a white person being killed? They don't want to hear about it. You bring up a black person being killed, they get their popcorn out. Oh yeah, what if he had just complied? None of this would have happened. And I'm just like, they have conditioned white people to not care about white people. The stick and on the carrot on the stick is black people for them. And y'all are so focused on black people. Charlie Kirk's last words was gang violence. His last words was talking about black people. Y'all still talking about black.
Sorry about that.
That he was talking about them whenever he was talking about cutting food stamps. But they wake up this morning and find out that they are very much a part of the them. They thought they were entitled. Donald Trump doesn't work that way. He work on the have and the have not.
We are coming to you live tonight as anger builds across the country. Millions of Americans are finding out their food stamp benefits for November have been canceled. The abrupt move.
Yeah.
So what's going on with food stamps about to run out? 42 million Americans who depend on the SNAP or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to eat, to survive. That's going to run out on Saturday? Yep. And let me explain. So right now, if you go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture website, it says, quote, Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. Bottom line, the well has run dry. We're approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. That's quite a stark description of the reason that the government is shut down. Democrats say they're doing it to restore Medicaid benefits and also to continue the extension of the Obamacare subsidy so people can afford health insurance, which expires at the end of the year. But be that as it may, Democrats say, wait a second, there is a contingency fund for food stamps. And in fact, you can go back on the Wayback Machine and find a memo from all the way back just on September 30th of this year, so not really that long ago, that says congressional intent is evident that SNAP's operation should continue since the program has been provided with multi-year contingency funds to ensure that the state can continue operations during a federal government shutdown. Multi-year contingency funds available to fund participant benefits in the event that a lapse occurs in the middle of the fiscal year. So that's a Trump Agricultural Department memo from September 30th, but it's no longer on their website. And I asked you.
Because they took it off the website. They took it off the website because people saw that memo. That memo said, we have a kiddie fund. We have a kiddie fund for food stamps. If we go into a shutdown, we have money for the food stamps. Somebody from the Trump administration said, we're not releasing those funds. So somebody in the Trump administration said, we're just going to let the people starve. Somebody in the Trump administration said, we're going to let the people starve. There's a fund specifically for people who got food stamps. A fund, money set aside already that they can give them the funds out of. But they don't want to do that. The Trump administration told them not to release the funds, not to release the food stamps. It ain't got nothing to do with the Democrats. Democrats are fighting for something else. It's the Republicans or Trump or whoever that said we're not releasing the food stamps. Just what Trump said, we're going to close down programs that the Democrats like. And that's the problem right there. It's not a matter of just Democrats liking the program. The most people that are on food stamps come from states that voted for Trump. Overwhelmingly, the bottom 10 states that get food stamps are Trump states that voted for Trump. So he's going to starve his people. Okay? He's going to starve the people that voted for him because he don't care one way or the other. He's not doing a third term. He's not willing to do a third term. He said, I'm going to close the programs that the Democrats use. Why he's dumb enough not to understand that the Republicans use it more than the Democrats, I don't understand why you don't understand that. Why doesn't your president understand that mostly Republicans use these programs? Okay. The whole point is every time a Democrat gets into office, the Democrat does well for the country. Every time a Republican gets into power, he doesn't know how to govern. They never know how to govern because they never stand on anything. Somebody please put in the chat what the big beautiful bill has done for them. I need to know what that big beautiful bill did for you. The people between 30,000 and 150, I need to know what that bill did for you. I want to know what he's done for you since he's been in office. What has this president done for you since he's been in office? I want to know because I need to know. This is such an amazing president. I want to know what he done did for us. The prices is going up, food going up, gas ain't going down. People finna lose their food stamp. People finna lose their house. The stock market, most people, I want to know what he did for you goofballs, you zombies between 30,000 and 150. I want to know what he did for you. What did he do? He's such an amazing president. What did he do? No, we don't want to talk about Biden. This is all you. This is all Trump. What did Trump do? What has he done for any of us, since he been in office. Somebody put that in the chat because I need to know. I want to know. I want to know what I ain't seeing. What ain't I seeing? Most people JXXX ain't in the damn stock market. So shut the hell up about the stock market. He don't have nothing to do with fuel prices. He don't have nothing to do with fuel prices. That's bullshit. Eggs don't have nothing to do with him either. That was the chicken flu. Stop it. Ain't nothing. We want to see what this president done did for the people between 30,000 and 150. As far as I can see, he ain't did shit. So what the hell you mean he's the best president? Ain't did jack shit for you. How is it that somebody who make $25 an hour gonna tell somebody, y'all better stop it. Stop it. Go ahead on. Okay. Y'all better stop it. Hold on. Here we go.
No. Here's what's happening on the shutdown, though.
Y'all got to hear it again.
Honestly?
We got to hear it again. You got to hear it again, y'all. You got to hear it again. Okay.
Can I put it in plain words for you? And you're a smart guy, so you'll understand, but a lot of people don't. The Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're close.
Unfortunately, your president likes to lie. This president likes to lie. So he's saying the Democrats are getting killed. No. 53% of the country blames the Republicans. 46% blame the Democrats. So he's getting killed. The Republicans are getting killed. And his poll numbers are the worst they've ever been. He's the shittiest president ever.
Closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So
they're never going to come back. Y'all need to listen. He said he's doing this deliberately. He's closing the programs deliberately to make you zombies suffer. Wild. Bottom had the most poor states are Republican states. And they gonna go straight down the damn tube. And he don't care.
we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen.
Programs. At Z9531, you know what programs are Democratic program. Don't play dumb. Programs as in plural, not singular, plural. Come on, make the jump, bruh. I can't make the jump for you.
And now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back. The Democrats are getting killed.
What DEI programs, America? I don't know what you're talking about. Medicaid, Social Security, food stamps, Section 8, Democratic programs. Get into the game, y'all. Come on, get into the game.
And we're going to have a list of them on Friday, closing up some of the most egregious, socialist, semi-communist, probably not full communist, we're saving that for New York, but semi-communist programs, and we're closing them up.
Semi-communist programs. Y'all don't know any other programs besides the programs that are going on right now. Ain't no DEI programs. You're just dumb, Coop. You're a zombie. Stop being zombies and do research. Man, I hate talking to people who don't want to do research. Who zombies.
We're not closing up Republican programs because we think they work. So the Democrats are getting killed, but they're not telling the people about that. I say it, nobody, well, I haven't said it.
They all need to be voted out. That's the whole point of 2026, to vote them all out.
Probably as bluntly as I just said it. But so we are closing up Democrat programs that we think that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again. Thank you very much.
Is there a point where you would reach out? I'm hearing that a lot of people going down there in that line and they're finding out that they're losing their food stamps and a government assistance. If you are able body, all right, who can go out there and work, and you just found out that you losing your food stamps and your government assistance because it's required for you to go work a certain amount of hours, and you feel like you shouldn't have to do it, then that's on you. That's on you. Of course, they got people out here who's supposed to get government assistance. I feel like all the elderly supposed to get it, or people who are disabled. You know, they deserve to get it. My tax dollars and our tax dollars, I don't mind taking care of people who deserve to get it. But y'all, some of y'all been getting over on the government. Some of y'all been on government assistance.
So what do you mean getting over? This is the thing. Getting over how? What do you mean by getting over? Because they have 10 children? They have 10 children and they're eligible for food stamps. That's getting over. That's food stamps. That's getting over. That's a portion of the people that are on food stamps. Children under 18. That's a portion of that that's a portion of that 39%. Okay. That's a portion of that 39%. Okay. We can all agree. But what if she's dumb as a box of rocks? What if she's just a cow? What if she don't know no better? We don't know. We don't know the whole point. But the whole point is not to cut them all off because one person don't know how to keep their legs closed. Because we have elderly who need to eat too, and we need the disabled to eat, and we need the veterans to eat, handicapped, X, Y, and Z. You can't punish the chicks who don't know how to keep their legs closed, or whatever. You can't punish everybody else because they did wrong. You need to deal with who's doing wrong instead of cutting all the rest of these people off. That's my whole point. Because you keep saying, that's the first thing most people say. They need to get a job. They lazy. Well, what about the seniors? Handicapped, disabled, veterans, children. What about all them people? They can't get no jobs. So who are you talking about? Able-bodied people are not the bulk of the people that are on food stamps. Able-bodied people are not the ones on food stamps. So stop saying they need to go get a job. That's just dumb. Children, elderly, handicapped, disabled, they have to have food stamps too. That's a part of our contract with this country. If you need it, then you have it too, if you need it. But the people who need it now are the people who need it now. There is no waste. Oh, that's what I mean.
Food stamps, y'all getting child support, Section 8. Y'all getting all that 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And you thought it wasn't going to change. Now you got this new administration in, and you got all these changes now. And now
the problem is the bulk of people are not getting those things. That's the thing. He listed 3, 4 things. Most people are not getting about those things. Most food stamp people are not getting all of those things. Some people do, but not all of them. This is wild.
you got to go out there and work and do something about it, and you mad. And you mad.
You know how many people I've seen sell food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done, buy an outfit to go to the club, drugs? A lot. If I've seen it, other people seen it. You know what? That's why people don't give 2 fucks. I've seen people, women, get a new man. The man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store buying shit that he want. People see that shit. The what?
It's not most, Lisa Evans. It's not most that do that.
They don't give 2 fucks. You know, some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama now sold the food stamps for shit that she wanted. Them people don't give 2 fucks. And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah, what about your kids when you had the food stamps, you out there selling them? What did you think about your children then? The fucked up shit that people do, people see that. So now people are like, I don't care. Life is about to start life for a lot of people. But don't get mad when people don't give 2 fucks. Because we see so many people out there abusing that shit that they be like, I don't give a shit. You know, what about my kids? What about your kids? When you was out there doing that fucked up shit with them food stamps, what about your kids?
So if you haven't heard by now, people are...
Our government is not broke, John Patrick. That's just a fallacy. That's just a talking point that they be telling you. They not broke. If you handing out $40 billion to foreign countries, You're handing out money to Israel. You're handing out money to Egypt. You're handing out money to all of these people. You're bailing out farmers that you didn't think you needed to bail out. Unexpected money coming out the wazoo. Then it's not broke. They're not broke.
Are coordinating dates to go and meet up and steal from Walmart or their local grocery stores. And if you haven't, of course, let's take a look at this.
People, my people. I wish we stopped crying about this motherfucking EBT card. At the end of the day, they trying to see is we gonna stick together. And we are gonna stick together. Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies, okay? The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run, okay? We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. No.
See, here's the thing. Even if they get the money back, they said they're not gonna give no money out in November. So what if the shutdown is over by Monday of next week? What if it's over by Monday next week? Do they turn the food stamps back on and then people will be okay? Or they not going to give people the money? Which one is it? Okay, we don't know. My understanding is they cut everybody off. Everybody is off. So this is how they're going to track who gets food stamps. This is how they're going to do it.
November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
And these are the same kind of people that when they're walking out the door at Walmart and the associate asks to check their receipt, it's, oh, is it because I'm black? Why you being racist? And here's my thing, and this is what makes me so freaking sad about this. That you are not encouraging your people to go out and find better jobs or to go out and put that energy into hustling up some money for Thanksgiving or coming together with your family to figure out whose house we're going to eat at this year. Instead, you're encouraging your people to go out and steal and destroy their lives and end up in jail or end up with fines. Or causing stores and corporations like Walmart to amp up their security and their anti-theft department by now looking at every single black person that walks into the store.
Why is it every single black person, Hispanic lady? Hey, Hispanic lady. Hey, Hispanic lady. There's more Hispanic people on food stamp too. Hey, Hispanic lady. What you talking about? Stop saying black people only, because black people only make up, I think, 70. What is it? Black people only make up, let me see, who all gets funds? Let me look, because I looked that up. What people? 37% are white people. 25% are black people. 16% are Hispanic people. 4 Asian, 1 Native American. Okay? 25%. Black people are 13% of the population, John Patrick. Get it right. Hispanic is 18%. So, among households, 42% are not 42% are white, 25% are black. Okay, so damn near twice as many white people get food stamps. So here's my thing. Why you ain't talking to the white folks like that? Not in a general sense. Not in the specific sense because she's black. Because most people ain't thinking that way. But most people will begin to think that way when they don't have food. And it ain't a black and white thing. Hunger is not a black and white thing. Hunger is a person thing.
And making sure they're not stealing. And just, adding more fuel to the stereotypes that we already hate. But as I said in a video before, I said something along the lines that a stereotype wouldn't be true if it wasn't for you making it true. See, because people can't make up stereotypes about you if that's not how you act. If you have all the energy to tell people to go out and steal, you have all the energy to go out and tell people to find better jobs and to help feed their families and to do something better rather than relying on the government. You wonder why our people are always divided and never united. Because it's bitches.
So I'm finna show you people who actually get food stamps. This is the group of people that actually get food stamps right here. So let's listen to the people who actually get food stamps.
And how much that money comes up to a month that you could be putting towards
Hold on.
seafood boils and spend hundreds of dollars on your nails, your hair, your wigs, your eyelashes, not realizing how much that money comes up to a month that you could be putting towards your groceries. Do better for yourself and uplift your community. Stop trying to promote people going out there and making themselves criminals.
So I just finally got confirmation that food stamps is officially cut for next month. And the thing about a lot of stereotypes is they say that if you're on SNAP benefits, you don't work hard, you sit on your butt and you just collect checks, when that's not the case. I work hard every single day. I get up every single day and clean houses, and I still rely on food stamps to feed my 6 children because the prices are so high. It's unrealistic to think about not having food stamps. Next month, I'm so terrified because 6 babies are always eating, plus myself. I eat about 1 meal a day, but still. And it's like, they always say don't rely on the government. But sometimes, like in situations right now where the government literally has raised prices over 300% on just everything, eggs, milk, everything, you do have to rely on stamps, especially in my situation where I just got custody of 3 children on top of mine. So we need it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm terrified right now. And I don't know if anyone else is scared, but this is scary. Or like Trump needs to figure something out. I don't know. This is so messed up. Hear me.
I didn't say it to y'all, but hopefully y'all are hitting the like button. I need about 10, 15 more likes. Hit the like button, please and thank you. Hit the like button. 10, 15 more likes. This is what we need. We need the engagement in the channel. Please and thank you. I need 10, 15 more likes. Y'all do it now, right now. Please and thank you. Hit the like button right now. Please and thank you.
They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
So I just received an email from my food stamp benefits saying that if the government shutdown lasts longer than this month, I will not be receiving any benefits next month. And it's like, this month is kind of already done with, so I don't really see the government opening back up before October's over. What I get paid equals to the amount of what my bills are. Just bills. So that doesn't include diapers and wipes, gas, food. It's just the rent, the water, the electricity, the cable, the internet, my phone bill, and my car insurance. That's the bill. I find myself left struggling to put gas in my car, buy diapers and wipes, and food. Luckily, I have food stamp benefits. So if I don't receive my food stamp benefits next month, it's like, and it's not like I'm like sitting around being lazy just collecting help from the government. I work full time. It's just everything's increasing except my pay rate. There's a lot of people that are in my situation that work full time and still cannot afford to buy food because your paychecks literally cover just bills. So me seeing that email on my phone just now kind of like blew my whole evening because I wasn't really believing the rumors. I don't really follow the news and all that. I mean, us moms always figure it out. We're always going to find a way. But it is kind of stressful, like having to now think about how I'm going to buy food next month. Plus all my bills that I can barely afford anymore.
I am personally glad that some of you are getting cut off from your food stamps next month because now you get to live like the rest of us who aren't getting handouts. Why is that the overwhelming response I'm starting to see on my FYP as we're finding out that food stamps are going to be cut off for next month?
Right.
When people cheer on EBT or government assistance being cut off, they're missing the real issue. The question isn't who deserves to struggle more.
Right.
It's why do so many Americans need to be on EBT or government assistance to survive?
Right.
And even more importantly, why isn't our government system doing more for every single person to thrive and live with dignity?
And see, here's the problem that I have. I have a problem with the government saying they're going to put our people first, the Americans first. If you're putting Americans first, that means we're not giving out any more aid to other countries. We're stopping all the projects that we have. What if, here's the thing, what if you knew that if you stopped feeding everybody, that something would happen to those people within 30 days if you stop feeding people? Would you still stop the food stamps? Would that still be a part of your program to stop the food stamps? So why would you even think that a bargaining chip of food stamps would be anywhere on the table? Why would that be anywhere on your table when we are giving money away to other governments? Most people, 49 million people starving, chess move. You don't make no sense to me. It's 49 million. It's 42 million people. 42 million people that are going to go without food. 42 million.
Instead of making it to where we're just barely getting by. Millions of people in this country are hard working, yet they're still living paycheck to paycheck or living off of government assistance to make ends meet. That is not a reflection of the people failing. That is a reflection of their government system failing them. Instead of turning against each other in these times, we should be demanding better from our politicians.
My whole thing is, yes, some of y'all need to get off food stamps. Some of y'all need to be phased off. I get that. But that's a failure of the government. That's not the failure of the person, because they going to take advantage of whatever they can take advantage of. The whole point, if that's the case, but the whole point is to help those people transition from food stamps off to a regular 9 to 5. Some of them will never be able to work a 9 to 5. Some people just don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that. So my whole thing is, yeah, you get on food stamps in year 2000, you should be off those food stamps by year 2005. If it's just a leg up. If you're able to work and you're able-bodied, get off of food stamps. I get all of that. But there's some people who will never be able to get off food stamps. There's some people who will never be able to take care of themselves. It just is what it is. So this is a failure on the government's part because they allowed it too much.
Bottom line is, our government system should be working for all of us, whether you're lower, middle, or working class.
I got an email from EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids. And we're not getting EBT no more. They took the EBT. They saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the fuck out of here. This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for us. They work for me. They gotta help me feed my fucking kids. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now. Y'all been helping us all this fucking time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the fuck out of here. I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT. And I'm not working for nobody. I'm a fucking boss. What the fuck I look like working?
He a
The
boss.
government is here to help. Come on. Y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine. Y'all funding all these wars. But when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to fucking help us? I need my fucking EBT, yo. I need my money, yo. I need my fucking EBT. Stop fucking playing with me, yo.
Hey. I don't know who I'm making this video for. I don't know why, but oh, this is Clover. This is Clover. She's my ESA, my emotional support animal. She's doing a really good job right now. But so I just found out that
What the fuck did she just call that cat? What the hell was that? What the fuck?
no ESA benefits are going to be given out starting November 1st. And I literally just applied as I've been needing them, and I kept getting denied, and I didn't know why. And now that I have like every right to have them, and I'm gonna be having a lot of financial trouble soon.
Hey, Legend X. Are there some good food stamp recipient people? Please show me to the way of the good people who are on food stamps. They're all bad. What do you mean? They're all the worst. Show me a good food stamp recipient. Wow.
And I really needed them, and I was really excited because I have the circumstances. I'm in school. I'm looking for work. I don't have money. I don't have any money. What am I gonna do? And so I just found out we're not gonna get any. And so now I'm just like,
You right.
what the fuck?
Right.
What do I do? I'm just gonna starve. Because everything I have now has to go towards rent and utilities. And I don't have anything.
You wild.
My bank account is in the red right now, actually.
Right.
And so, what the fuck do I do, guys? What the fuck do I do? I just need to focus on feeding my cat and paying my rent, and everything else comes second.
First off, you shouldn't be feeding another mouth, and you can't feed yourself. I ain't. Hey, look. Let me stop.
Apparently, including my own health. So, wish me luck. Whoever's watching. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to afford food. I don't know.
Y'all hit that like button. John Patrick, you dumb. You crazy.
How I'm gonna be able to afford anything.
Z95, you wild.
I'm done. Everything is falling apart. I'm done. I'm just so fucking.
Hey, some of us gotta eat noodles every day. Some of us got to just go buy eggs, and that's all you eat all day. Just for example, if you went to the grocery store, and that's all you bought was eggs, a big thing, 40, how many coming at that? 48 or 60? 60 eggs cost you $15. So $15 worth of eggs will get you 60 eggs. So if you ate 2 eggs twice a day, 2 eggs, 4 eggs a day, so you could potentially take 2 things of those eggs, take $100 and eat those eggs every day, twice a day. Rice and beans, noodles, tuna, bread, rice, flour, all that's cheap. Come on, y'all got to learn how to do what you got to do in tight spaces now.
So yeah, that's it. I don't know who I'm making this video for. Maybe
On Saturday, I'm gonna have one of my impromptu chats where I tell people what to buy, because it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight for y'all. But I went to Aldi. I went to the Aldi cheap store, and I've been doing a test. I went and I got 12 bags of groceries. It cost me $120. Canned food, $120. And I can't eat that even if I tried. I had soups, I had stews, I had green beans, I had macaroni. Hey, you can eat these things. Look, they got specials. Look, you got to start doing some stuff. You may not like it, but this is what you got to do. Some of y'all got to do some of this. It is what it is.
May be shut down, but essential workers will still be there to make sure those checks are sent out. If you're hungry and you don't have the money to eat, we're not going to let you starve to death. The administration is going to continue payments We call it, some people call it SNAP. I call it food stamps.
No, they're not doing that. This is what he's saying, pretending like they're going to do it. Maybe you meant to say, maybe this was last week, but the administration, the Trump administration said, we not giving these people no food stamp. So I don't know what he's talking about, why he's saying that. Because they're not giving out any food stamps.
Cards. You can't buy prepared food with food stamps. Why not? It's food.
The government doesn't want to pay for it because they think that prepared food is a luxury item.
That's $75.43. It says insufficient funds. You're $30 short. I didn't know. Sorry. Maybe the American taxpayers forgot to fill it up last week.
Excuse me? I'm an American taxpayer sometimes. Put it on my EBT card.
You don't need to do that.
Well, we're stealing your cable, so this probably makes us even.
Maybe you can help her carry the groceries out to her camel, too. Thank you.
Hey, you know that saying, see something, say something? Well, I saw something, and I'm going to say something to your manager. You are ignorant. That woman is twice the person you'll ever be. And she's dealing with a lot of stuff you don't even know about. So next time she comes in the store, you keep your damn mouth shut. She's got enough fertilizer to turn this place into a smoking hole in the ground. Now, will you take a coupon from another store?
Advice.
I don't. Well, no, we don't. I'll be.
Got the audacity to be mad that those benefits are being taken from you. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitching about how you're being done so wrong and you need all this fucking help still while you're recording from a fucking almost $2,000 cell phone. While you got lashes as long as my fucking broom. While your nails are as long as my fucking toothbrush. Are you kidding me right now? Y'all got me fucked up. Welcome to reality of paying your own fucking bills. Let me know how fun it is.
Trying to realize is the people that want to get rid of food stamps thinks that the people that are on food stamps are just making this ridiculous amount of money. I have a degree in computer engineering, so I might not know much, but one thing I know for sure is numbers. This is the maximum amount per family household that families are getting in food stamps per month. This is the maximum amount per household that people can make while being on food stamps, meaning that this is the maximum amount that they can work and make while also receiving food stamps. If we just take the average family, the 4-family household, the maximum they can make is $4,421 a month. Let's just say this is a 1-parent, 3-kid household, because if this is a 2-parent, 2-kid household, that means the parents are combining to make $25 an hour. That equates to $53,000 a year. Let's just say that their rent is $1,000 a month, which nowhere you can find for a family of 4, by the way. Average rent is $1,500 to $2,000 a month, depending on the state. But let's just say they're paying $1,000 a month per rent. That's $12,000 a year that they have to take away from this $53,000 pre-tax. The government needs its 25%, so really 25% of that is gone. Let's use real numbers. For a family of 4 making $53,000 a year, they're bringing home about $44,000 after taxes. You still have to pay for rent, which we said was $1,000 a month, so now they're at $32,000 for the year. They have to pay for their car note, which is about $400 a month. They still have to pay for their car insurance, which is about $200 a month. They still have to pay for gas, which is about $30 a week, but we're talking about a family of 4, so they're driving a lot more. That is $8,640. Let's just round up to $9,000 for oil changes and any other car maintenance that might have happened throughout the year. Now we're down to $23,000 for the year. What family of 4 do you think can survive off $23,000 a year without any government assistance? We still have to pay for light bill, water bill, internet. Mind you, this is a family of 4, so light bill alone is going to be about $200. Water bill is about $100. Internet is going to be about $50-$60. Let's hope they don't live in a community that requires a gas bill as well. They need phone bills $150. Let's hope that their kids aren't old enough that they need phones as well. And if we round up all the utilities to $500 a month, that's $6,000
$20,000 a year. We're now at $17,000 a year for this family of 4 to survive on. I have not talked about buying clothes for the children, non-perishable items, trash bags, toothpaste, lotion, school supplies. We don't have no streaming services, so we don't have no entertainment, no TVs, toilet paper, dish detergent, washer and dryer stuff. I have not talked about any of that stuff. We're living off $17,000 for the year for a family of 4. Any medical scares, dental, vision, let's just hope the children are healthy. God forbid this family of 4 gets $996 a month from the government for food. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. I don't want my taxes going here. You are not Christian. Please don't, if you don't support food stamps and the government helping out low-income families, you are not Christian, and stop saying that you are.
So I'm watching.
Stay tuned for episode 2, where you're going to learn when hunger becomes a headline, America could no longer look away. Now, if you like this lip balm, though, check out the lip bar for the...
You see how you're wrong just to be wrong? Only 30 to 40% of SNAP recipients are considered able-bodied adults. Able-bodied adults without dependents, only 7%. This is literally the only pool of people who could be cut off from SNAP. You realize that, right? Children, elderly, disabled are not qualifications to be disqualified. So this is what you're working with for your fraud of 42 million people. Here's your percentage of people that work at least half-time. 39% of people receiving SNAP benefits are children. 20% are elderly. That's 60% already. They're going to get it regardless. 73% of SNAP households gross monthly income below the federal poverty line. 92% of SNAP beneficiaries. Now, who's getting them? 40% are between ages 18 and 59, able-bodied people who are working. Age 60 or older, 19%. The remaining goes to children. 37% of people who are receiving SNAP are white. That is the largest majority by number. However, if you look at by population, African Americans and Hispanic are on it at a higher rate per population number. However you want to look at it. Some of the highest states that receive SNAP assistance are blue states, which is also where the largest amount of fraud is. Now, there's different kinds of fraud. Fraud, improper payment, fraud by theft. These are separate issues from people who are lying to get the benefits, but it still all falls under fraud. The highest state with the most fraud is New York. Surprise, surprise. The last 2 years, they've had 151,000 claims. $80 million lost. Second is California. Surprise, surprise. Maryland. Millions of dollars lost. Compared to some red states like Ohio, where it's just a couple 100,000. You are talking about out of a pot of 100 billion taxpayer dollars. That's how much we spend a year in SNAP now. It's like the highest it's ever been. You're talking theft by criminals. People steal people's cards, copy them, clone them. The average annual cost of theft is around $12 billion, which is about 10% of the pot. Food stamp theft is at an all-time high right now, increased by 50-some% compared to other years. But this is a separate issue from people who are on SNAP. This is not always fraud by the people who receive it, but from people who are stealing it from the people that need help. You see how that works? You have error and improper payments. This also falls under fraud. The average error rate is around 7 to 10%. Most of that money is taken back. Most of these are unintentional improper payment mistakes. While we still don't know the actual number of people who are abusing this system, we already know by basic information it cannot possibly be that high. Because
I'm going to get into it a little bit more since they sent me an update. I think they said we have like over 300,000 customers that receive SNAP that go through Dash. So they're going to be giving out lots of like free meals and food to food banks. And then if you are a SNAP recipient, it should come in your app. It will give you, you're no longer paying fees and stuff like that. I attached the link, but I just wanted to let you guys know to look into that because they're supposed to be doing a whole lot to help out. And at a time like this, people are gonna need all the help they can get. So I wanted to share that. The link will be wherever I can insert it in here.
Y'all hit the like button, please and thank you. Hit the like button, please and thank you. We needed 10 more likes, at least 10 more likes, please and thank you.
What's going to happen, and this is coming from somebody, I used to be on food stamps. When I moved into my first apartment, I was able to get them, and then they cut me off. So I haven't got them again because I make too much money. But what is going to happen when those people miss that first payment? A lot of people are going to magically get a nice little notice saying that they need to recertify. And what that means is until those people recertify and get reapproved, they're not going to get food stamps anymore. And you want to know why I'm saying this? Is because out of all the government shutdowns we have ever had, when have y'all ever heard of food stamps being shut off?
Right.
They're doing that shit intentionally, and obviously it's going to fall on the Democrats because it's making it seem like, oh, all these people are going without food stamps or EBT or SNAP, whatever the fuck you want to call it, simply because of a vote. When in actuality, they wanted to cut those people off anyway, but this is the easiest way to do it. Because if those people go without the benefit entirely, they're able to comb through and see who should actually be on food stamps, who needs to recertify, who is making too much money, and all of those people are going to be pressed for time, because not only are they not going to be able to recertify in time to get their next month's payment, because once you miss a payment, that's it. It's not as if like, oh, once they vote and the government comes off a shutdown, they'll instantly get that payment. That's not how government assistance works. They have to wait until the next month payday in order to receive back pay as well as a continuance. Those people are not going to be getting food stamps anymore. I put my right hand to God that is what's going to happen to a lot of people.
That's exactly how they're going to weed people out. They're going to weed those people out who don't get the paperwork. See, they're cutting everybody off. Everybody off where the food stamps that you got right now, they're not going to be any good. So you got to use them now. So that means the card is going to be cut off come November 1st. So that means all these people are going to have to recertify somehow, some way. Recertify electronically, come in, however they need to do it. Or maybe they don't, or maybe they're going to make you recertify. Maybe they're going to make you do something. But this is their way of trying to trap people now. Cold turkey is the only way. But you can't give everybody cold turkey, Caleb. There's people who deserve to be on food stamps. There's people who got to be on food stamps. It is what it is. Depending on what you make, depending on your income, X, Y, and Z. There's people that's going to be on it either way. So make them recertify, which basically means they won't get their food stamps until next year, after Christmas. So they fucked up for this whole season. They're fucked up for the whole season. All these people. November 1st, they're fucked up to the whole season. It's over. Till January 1st, at least. That's probably the earliest they're going to be able to get their food stamps back.
I can guarantee it. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because if you think about it, that is the easiest way to cut millions of people off of a government benefit without making it seem like that is what they are doing.
Trigger warning, I'm going to be in white people business. Trigger warning, I'm going to be in white people business. White people, I want you to know that the SNAP program, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is the exact same thing as food stamps. The exact same thing as food stamps. The same with Obamacare. Obamacare is the exact same thing as the Affordable Care Act, ACA. The Affordable Care Act is Obamacare. Everyone in the United States of America know that you all white people is the largest recipients of food stamps. We know that you are the largest recipients of receiving food stamps and doing food stamp fraud. We know that white people is the Republicans, is the ones that stated that they did not want to give out food stamps due to the government shutdown. And we know that you voted for this. White people, this is your time to shine. This is your time to shine because a lot of people think that you all did this.
It is what it is. This is how it is. They're going to cut all of those people off. All those people. I open up the phone lines and wait a minute, hold on. I put the phone line. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's remove. I open up the phone line for anybody who want to call in. You don't have to call in because you know what? I end the program quick as hell. I don't care. Okay. Anybody want to call in and have something to say about the food stamps, right? So the phone line is open, and if you want to call. But I'm gonna say this. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. You quit using race. Quit using race. Of course. You gotta use race. It is what it is. Too bad it all goes away come November 1st. So then they're gonna make these people recertify, then they're gonna make these people put themselves in. No, you can't end SNAP. Z, you can't end SNAP. You just can't cast your people to the wind. Okay? It's the government's first duty. Its first duty is to its people. To its people. At its core, the moral foundation of leadership is the obligation to protect and provide and serve for your citizens. Y'all hit the like button, please and thank you. Hit the like button. We need the engagement, please and thank you. I need 10, 15 more likes. Okay? It's to protect and serve your people. It's not just who voted for you or who belongs to your political party. That's not how it goes, but that's the way Donald Trump plays it. He said, I'm going to cut off the Democratic programs. What he meant was, I'm going to cut off Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, Section 8. I'm going to cut all of those programs off so I can hurt a portion of our electorate. Okay? So I'm going to hurt the Democratic constituents, but the problem is by hurting the Democratic constituents, you're really, really hurting your people. Okay? You're really, really hurting your people. So when a president or an administration deliberately targets programs that serve the poor, the elderly, and the disabled, those are programs that the poor, disabled, and elderly, these are programs for them. When a administration deliberately targets those programs and they consider them just Democratic programs, listen to what you're saying. We're only as strong as our weakest link. We're only as strong as our weakest people. Our nation is seen by how we treat the people that are less fortunate. That's how most people are seen. If I see you and the world sees you as a decent person, but I find out that you treat people behind the scenes like dirt, then you're going to be dirt to me. I'm going to look at you as being dirt. The whole point is you have all the money in the world to take care of your constituents, to take care of your Democratic and your Republican constituents. By Trump trying to hurt the Democratic constituents, you're really hurting your Republican people because the Republican states are poorer than the Democratic states. The Republican states need more help than the Democratic states. It's a moral failure on his part. He's a shitty human being. I should have known better, but there's Republicans and there's people in power that are going along with it, which means there's a bunch of shitty people in charge of our money, in charge of our government. See, this kind of thing shows the mindset that values power and revenge over the compassion and the duty you have for your people. A moral leader lifts everybody up, even those that don't get along with him. We have a shitty president. We just have a shitty president. It is what it is. Because he always says he's trying to hurt the Democratic Party, but he always ends up hurting the Republican Party. He always ends up hurting his poor people, the people that actually voted for him. That's wild to me. An immoral president punishes the vulnerable for political gain, which this president has done. He's a shitty human being. Shitty, unbelievable. Okay? Shitty. The most shitty president ever. Okay? So when Trump or any leader says they intend to hurt the Democratic areas by cutting federal programs such as food assistance, Section 8, Medicaid, all of these things, housing, healthcare, they're effectively saying, I will use the machinery of the government to punish citizens. That is not governance. That's retribution politics. And it's a morally corrupt president that is doing so. Morally corrupt president. You all hit the like button, hit subscribe button, share button, do all of those things. Like button, share button, subscribe button. Okay? Public funds, public money comes from all of us. So when the president says, I'm going to use money just to help the Republican people, what the fuck is going on when I know I put money into the states just like Republican people put money into things? You don't get to use my money just to help Republican people. No, the entire country is not shitty. Just the president. Just this president. Just this president, Ponch. Just this president. All day, twice on Sunday. The shittiest ever. It just is what it is. So, public funds need to be addressed, need to be going for Republicans and Democrats, independents and apolitical people. The moral contract is that the government uses our shared money for the common good, not a weapon against Democrats. Not a weapon against Democrats. Okay? Even Biden, you're right, Joe Khan, even Biden didn't try to use the blue states against the red states. Are we great yet? I have no idea. Oh, I'm sorry. I need all of you maggots, all you maggots, all you zombies to put in the chat what the big beautiful bill or anything that the president has done since he's been in office. I need you to put in the chat what he has done for anybody between the salary of $30,000 and $150,000. I need you to put it in the chat what he has done for people between those brackets, $30,000 and $150,000. What has he done for you? No. Ended 8. Well, I know, Brandon. I get it. I get it that some of y'all slow. I get that. Some people are slow, but something tells me that you're not that slow, Brandon, that you know he didn't end 8 wars. Something tells you you're not that slow, which means you're being disingenuous. Okay? No, he didn't, because he don't have nothing to do with gas. President don't have nothing to do with the gas. Everybody, if you hear me, the president has nothing to do with gas. President doesn't have anything to do with gas. That's wild. Okay. So here's the thing. He's cutting things that he's not supposed to cut up. Okay. Cutting SNAP benefits, Medicaid benefits, Section 8 benefits. SNAP benefits help the seniors and children. Why would you want to cut off SNAP benefits for children and seniors? Medicaid, you cut Medicaid. That helps low-income people, kids, and seniors and disability. Why would you cut those things off? Why would that be in your mind to cut those things off? But he cut those things off so the richest people, how do people who are poor vote for somebody to give the rich people money, but you didn't get nothing? How you didn't get nothing as a Magite or as a MAGA as a zombie? How you didn't get nothing out of the deal, but he gave the rich people your money? How did he give the rich people your money and you didn't get nothing out of it? Because it's a zombie mentality. Zombie mentality. You allowed this president to give rich people money, but not give you any money. That's the phone number on the screen. Call in and prove me wrong. Call in and tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me where I am wrong. This is what I want to know. Tell me where I am wrong. Poor people who are making between 30 and 150, gave the president money to take care of rich people. You gave him your money. It's just like you only got $50. You gave the president $40 to give to rich people. That's how that sounds. That's how stupid that sounds. You gave the rich people your money and you the one going without. I don't understand how y'all got to that zombie mentality. I still ain't seen nobody put in the chat what he did for the middle class. What he done did for the middle class. That's what I need. I need you to tell me why we should have voted for this president. What did he do what did that big beautiful bill do for us, for the regular people? That's what I want to know. So anyway, he cut off SNAP, Medicaid, Section 8. Okay. And it's not just a policy difference that you would cut that. It's called being morally bankrupt or morally abandoning the people. Okay. Okay. If you're poor, you don't matter. That's what it said. This is what they're saying. If you're poor, we don't give a shit about you. We don't give a shit about you. Okay. That's not leadership. That's cruelty disguised as fiscal conservatism. It's cruelty. True integrity is not just doing what's right, or even if it's unpopular, you're supposed to do what's right. Inconvenient, politically unpopular. But to use the presidency to settle political scores, poor people gave this man money so he could give the money to rich people. You MAGA people gave a rich man money to give to more rich people. You gave a rich man money to give to rich people. I never voted for that. I never would have voted for a rich man to give my money to other rich people. You all hit the like button, the subscribe button. Now we all down the rabbit hole where when we need it, when the poor need it, when the really, really poor need the money, ain't no money for y'all poor people. Ain't no money for the poor people. Yeah, you right, Jeremy. You need to find you another channel because you're a zombie. When you're a zombie, you come in here and you say those kind of things. But that's okay. You're a zombie. It's okay. You need to learn. Now, there ain't no money for the poor people. Ain't no food stamps for the poor people. But the regular, normal, everyday Joe Blow at work gave their money to the rich people to give to more rich people. But now we ain't got no money to give to the poor people. People in the chat keep saying, we ain't got no money to give them no money. So you just gave rich people all our money. Now we can't feed nobody else. I don't know. I don't know, Wilbur. Hey, Wilbur, you got there's a billion channels out there. If you don't want to be where you don't want to be, you can be wherever you want to be, but it ain't got to be here. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Subscribe to the channel. We have content like this every night. We have solid content every night. We try not to do any lies on here. We don't do any lies on here. We just present facts. The people that may talk on here may be doing lies. I opened up the phone line. Nobody wanted to call. It is what it is. All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is middle of the road. What is it called? Regular, ordinary people gave a rich man their money to give to other rich people. And then now that the poor people need money, they bitching about the poor people. Poor people need to get a job. We gave the rich people money, but you poor people need to get a job. Poor people need to get a job. But the rich people, we gave y'all rich people them tax cuts. Woo, we gave y'all them tax cuts. Tax cuts. But you poor people need to get a job. Don't y'all poor people ask up for no money. You rich people, y'all don't need the money, but let me just open my pockets up for y'all. Let me give y'all my money. But now you're looking at poor people in the eyeball talking about they don't deserve to have no money. And these are the Christian people. These are the Christian people. Ooh. So seeing as how this administration models cruelty, most people around them models that same cruelty. People begin to not care about the people that deserve to have the social safety net that they deserve to have. Okay? Everybody deserves to have a social safety net. The government has the means to prevent these people from going hungry, homeless, or to drop into despair, but they choose not to. They choose not to. We lost, you're right, Luke Skywalker, we lost 50 years of progress in 9 months. They choose not to help the poor people. They choose not to. It's a failure in policy and character. We already got drugged down the rabbit hole. We already down the rabbit hole. We have a choice. We need to stop it cold in its tracks. Otherwise, it's going to continue to take us down. The progress we lost in everything. Everything. We lost progress in everything. Okay? Instead of making us have a more perfect union, we have a shitty union for a lot of people in this country. Okay? Yeah. No reason whatsoever, Ponce. No reason whatsoever. The phone lines is open if you want to call. Yeah, rolling back the constitutional amendments is gonna be next. That's what it is. That's what we say. We done lost progress because he's trying to roll back the amendments. When you start trying to roll back the amendments, that means there's progress that's going to get thrown out, including the Voting Rights Act, all of that stuff. Okay? It's the lack of the compassion, the selective cruelty towards the poor, the elderly, the handicapped. It's a collapse in morality at the highest level. Okay? We ain't talking about Biden. Focus on your shitty president, Sharon. Focus on your shitty president. Okay? It's a moral collapse at the highest level, starting with this shitty president. A moral government leads with its conscience, leads with its compassion, not its vengeance. No, the entire country didn't vote him in. I'm sorry, Ponce. I'm sorry, you got that way hella wrong. Way hella wrong. This is a shitty president. We can't, here's the thing. This president gave all of our money to rich people. He gave our money to rich people. He said he was going to lower the prices of food. He ain't did that. He took away food stamps, or he's trying to take away food stamp, trying to take away our Medicaid, our medical. He's trying to roll back voting rights so they get to do what they want to do. If they don't want to hire, they don't want to elect a black representative, they won't have to, or a Hispanic representative, they won't have to. He has the Supreme Court that gave him immunity, who are derelict in their duty. Okay. Yeah, a lot of us stayed home, Ponch. A lot of us stayed home. That was a problem. That's my whole point. My whole point is, if they strike down Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, yeah, see, and look at where, and the whole point is, Sharon, nobody likes that. Republicans won. Nobody likes it. That's the problem. Nobody likes it. So, we are where we are. 2/3 didn't vote. That's correct. We are where we are. So, let's hope we can change some of this when we can change it. I don't know what these people are going to do on the 1st. Okay. No, they don't, Sharon. No, they don't. You know who decides elections, Sharon? The independents. The independents. 47% of the independents voted for Trump. 29% swing away from Trump was recorded 2 weeks ago. A 29% swing away from Trump. So if 29% of independents swung away from Trump, and you got some of the Democrats that didn't vote, and you have some of the Democrats that are motivated, it's going to be a swamp come 2026. Just a swamp. Just a swamp. But it is what it is, right? It is what. His name is Sharon. It's a Sharon, a female, a male. I don't know which one it is. You all hit the like button, please, and thank you. We have this content every day around 10 o'clock. Highlights, things that are going on in the news. I appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in. I had the phone lines open. Excuse me. The phone lines open. Nobody called in. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody has facts. But I do need, I forgot. I do need you all to put in the chat what the big beautiful bill did for you as a middle class person. Okay. Yes, the highest absentee marks in history. I guarantee you they're saying what's going on, and they're going to be in droves to do what they got to do. They're going to be in droves. But here's the thing. And on top of the fact that we might be going into another war with Venezuela, because Trump, with his corrupt ass, wants to go in and get the oil from Maduro. From Maduro. So, this is where we're at. You're wild. Your name is Sharon. I see Sharon. What you see? So here's the thing. You all hit the like button, hate button, subscribe button, do all of those good things. Sharon, do all of those things. The Republicans are corrupt as well. They're really corrupt, Sharon. Really, really, really. Because they're allowing the president to do what he's doing without any kind of checks and balances. That's just like letting the fox in the hen house and not saying nothing. That's why the Republicans are corrupt. They have no pushback. On top of the fact that you all don't have nothing you stand on anyway, you Republicans don't have anything you stand on anyway, because you only hate gays, trans, blacks, whites, reds, browns, immigrants, immigration. You hate all of them things. You don't have nothing to stand on. I need y'all to come to the table, you maggots. I need you to come to the table with something that you stand on. You know what I stand on? I stand on helping the poor, the elderly, the handicapped, the veteran. I stand on them 4 things. Whatever party helps with these 4 things, that's the party I stand with. What do you stand with? What do you stand with? Tell me what you stand with. Put it in the chat. I want to know what you stand for, not what you hate, because you're not supposed to vote for what you hate. You vote for what you stand for, what you want to stand up for. And you Republicans have made it so you don't stand up for anything. That's the problem. That's why I call you a zombie, because you just go along to get along. You don't stand for nothing. Tell me what you stand for. Also, in the meanwhile, put in the chat what this Trump has done since he's been in office. Tell me what he's done to help you middle class people, because 30 to 150,000 is middle class. Tell me what he's done to help the middle class people. And then I'll give it another look. But I ain't seen nothing that he has done to help the middle class. All I know is y'all gave a rich man y'all money to give to other rich people. But now that the poor people that need help, y'all looking at us like we crazy. It's almost like I'm ashamed to even say it. I'm asking, what did Trump do for any of us? I need to know, what did he do for any of us? And I have yet to get a cohesive answer about what he has done that is comparable to what he did for the rich people. Now that no, Sharon, no. We don't want to hear your babble. We don't want to hear your babble. We don't want to hear your speech. I can be as crazy as I want to. He don't save you thousands of jack shit. If you make 150K or less, you ain't getting paid no money, no more than what you're getting paid, except your paycheck. Stop it. Stop it. Because I make just at the top of that bar, and I ain't seen jack shit yet. Stop it. Because he don't have anything to say lots. That's wild to me. He said, what did he say? He saves me thousands every year. He saves you thousands? He just got into office, Caleb. How is it that he saved you thousands? Trump, what, Biden didn't save you thousands for the past 5 years? Biden didn't save you nothing? One damn year, and he done saved you thousands of dollars in one damn year? Stop lying. Stop lying. That's how I know y'all be lying. I know y'all be lying, because he ain't been president long enough to have helped you. Cut red tape and taxes. Sharon, that don't help you none on a personal freaking level. I'm done talking to y'all, because you talking the bibble babble. You're talking the bibble babble. You're talking the bibble babble. Okay? And that's your problem. You're talking the bibble babble and you don't have anything substantive to say. What did he have as a what did he do as a collective zombies? Stop talking about he saved me money. No. What did he do for the group between 30 and 150K. What did he do as a group that helped us middle class people? Because you can't give me that. You can't give me that. You all hit the like button, please, and thank you. We have a subject tomorrow. I don't know. I'm debating whether I want to follow up with Candace Owens and her particular thing, or do we want to head up to the war that's about to start in Venezuela? It's one of the two. You will know tomorrow what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We do this every night. Content, 10 o'clock. Talk about it. I open up the phone lines. We did what we had to do. I open them up for you all. No calls. That's okay. That's okay. We will talk about it tomorrow. 44 people. I appreciate you all. Please hit the like and the thank you button. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Okay? Please hit the like and the subscribe button. I appreciate all of that. I will see you all tomorrow, and you will know the subject before tomorrow. Wait a minute. Who won't answer what? Of course you won't answer. What? I done told you need to put stuff in a super chat. Otherwise, I don't see what you're talking about. I can't distinguish between all of you. You have to put your stuff in a super chat if you expect me to hear you and me to actually see all of the stuff that you write. I don't see it. It's too many of y'all. You have to put it in a super chat. You don't want to put it in super chat, then I can't hear you. I can't see all of that. I don't know. So, y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, the thank you button, all of those good things. He don't have nothing to do with gas prices. Y'all don't know he don't have nothing to do with gas. I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate all of you. Yes, we can read it out loud. Shitty president. Just is a shitty president. It is what it is. But I will see you all tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.